Good morning, everyone. So I'm so happy to be here with Remax Advantage Realty in Aruba. Desi, thank you so much for organizing this, for putting together this meeting. So we have a good attendance, a good number of people on the line. Guys, I'm going to ask that you please turn on your videos, because it is important that we see each other. We don't have the opportunity to see each other often. So this is our time. Hey, let's focus on this for a moment. I would really like to see your faces, your smiley faces, and I'm gonna do the best I can so that this time is well invested for you. I would never ask you to waste your time. Desi, again, thank you. I understand that we're going to miss Nick. He's traveling, but I'm glad to be with. So Desi, what I have in mind for today is what I mentioned to you before. Two topics, but I'm open to discuss any other topics that you would like to discuss. The topics that I have in mind is how to make more money with two specific tools that we have in Reconnect. One is competitive CMA, competitive market analysis, to convince sellers to lower their prices. And the other one is agent websites. Now we're providing agent websites. For each agent, they have their own website. So those are the two tools that we will discuss today. But as I said, I'm open to discuss other things also. So I'm going to share my screen. And give me 1 second, please. Let me see. Okay, so this is Reconnect. This is the login page of Reconnect. I'm just going to click on login. I hope that all of you are familiar with this page. This should be something that you visit every day. There are many tools, and this is a program that we have developed in the Caribbean and Central America. For those that don't know me, my name is Ricardo Cardenas. I'm co-owner of Remax Caribbean and Central America. That's our region. All of the Caribbean and all of Central America. All of the Caribbean goes from Aruba, Bonaire, Curacao, all the way up to Bermuda. And in Central America, we oversee all the countries from Belize to Panama. We have 530 agents, and we're having a very good year. We're changing lives, we're making money, we're having fun, and you're an important part of this. We thank Desi and Nick for their leadership and for what they do, to keep this a good presence in Aruba. Okay, so this is Reconnect. As I said, each one of you should be familiar with this. This is where you add a listing and find buyers. This is where you add a buyer and find listings. So this is two sides of the coin. But that's not what we will discuss today, unless you want to, of course. I am going to move down to CMA, Comparative Market Analysis. Okay, guys. This is one of the main tools that agents use in the United States. Many times we ask ourselves, how do they make so much money in the United States? Why is the real estate profession so well paid in the United States? Well, this is one of the main tools that they use, CMA, Comparative Market Analysis. I'm going to click here, CMA. Okay, so my main office is in El Salvador, Central America. That's why it's defaulting to El Salvador. And I am going to make more room here. So it says here, first, let's take a look at the fine print. A CMA is a tool to estimate the price of a property. Okay, so this is something that you can use to estimate prices. How do we do that? By comparing that property to similar properties that have sold or are for sale in that same area. That's how they evaluate. That's how they appraise properties in the United States, Canada, and other places where the real estate industry is very well developed. So it is to estimate prices, and we do that by comparing it to other properties that have sold or are for sale. the important part is this, is that you can share this summary with sellers to educate them about current prices. In other words, we want to convince sellers to lower their prices. That's what we want to do. Okay, so I am logged in as a person in El Salvador, State Department, province, all address, and I am going to see results. Okay, so it tells me here that we need to type in the address. Okay, so let me say a word about this. We have improved this website a lot. Now it is a lot easier to find properties for you and for your buyers. So all I have to say is El Salvador address. It is searching. Okay, well, there are no properties there. Let's do this. I am going to log in as as one of you. I'm going to log in as Adrian. Offices, okay, so I am going to Advantage Realty, and I am going to log in as Desi. I'm going to say test. This is something. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, so now I am Desi. I'm going to go to CMA. Okay, now I'm going to go to Aruba. Okay, Desi, tell me a place or a neighborhood where you have several properties, where you as an office, not only you as a person, but where you have several properties for sale.
Yeah, you can put Spaans Lagoonweg. What do you put that?
Too difficult.
Let's put another one. Topaz. T-O-P-A-Z. Yeah. 44.
Okay.
44.
Okay, there you go. So we have one property. Okay. So do you have okay, Topaz? That's one option. We have Topaz Home 44. Okay, $449,000. Okay, that's one property. Can you think of another place where maybe we have more than one property for sale?
You put what? Or you put Noord. N-O-O-R-D. N-O-O-R-D. Yeah.
Okay, we have 9 properties for sale here. N-O-O-R-D. Perfect. Okay, this is a good example. So let's imagine that a person calls and this person wants to sell a property in North. Okay, brand new seller, new client for us. This person wants to sell a property in North. I can see here that the prices go from $300,000 to $500,000. Okay, so this person wants to sell another property in North. So a very important way to convince this person to set a reasonable price from the beginning, or to lower the price if he's already with us, is to share with him or her what's the current prices in North. Okay, so we see here, for example, what properties we would like to share with this person to convince him or her to lower his price. Okay, so I can see here, okay, we have these properties, a blue resident 524 for a price of $585,000. And no, I don't think that one compares very well with the property that I have in mind. How about this one, Palm Beach 4P? Oh yeah, this property is similar to the one that I'm trying to list. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you see this button here? It says include in CMA. I'm gonna say yes, include in CMA. Okay, next one, North 44Z. And yeah, this property, yeah, you know what? This one could be interesting also. This is a property that could be compared to the one that I'm trying to lower the price. So I'm going to include it in the analysis, in this study. Now, oops, look at this, guys. You enter this property as a duplicate. Well, we have 2 already. I am going to say, how about this one? Okay, I'm going to say yes, this one compares as well. Well, if I'm not sure, I can see details here to see exactly what this property is like. Okay, I'm going to click on details, and this one shows me all of the details of that property, so I can decide whether this property is one that I want to compare and share information with or not. So I am going to say that in this case, yes, this is a property that is of interest. Okay, so now I have three properties. You see the three buttons, three selections, three properties that I'm going to share with the seller of the property that I want to lower the price. Now, having selected these three properties, I go to create CMA. I click on create CMA, and it creates this PDF for me. It is it says Comparative Market Analysis, Desi Johnson, Remax Advantage Realty. And you see the download button here. So you can download this PDF to your computer and then email it to your seller, to the client, to the person that you want to convince to lower the price. And you tell them, Mr. or Mrs. Seller, I understand you want a ton of money for your property, but the truth of the matter is, it's not worth that much, because these are the properties that you're going to be competing with, that we are going to be competing with. We, you and us, you and I, we're a team. We're working together to get to your property sold. And it is part of my duty, my responsibility, my code of ethics, my professionalism. It is part of all of this to provide you with good information, so we hit the market at the right price. Look at this, Mr. Seller. We have three properties. Here are the pictures. Here are the addresses, the status. They are all active properties. They haven't sold. So these are properties that we will be competing against. The type of contract, the type of property, they are general properties, meaning they are not luxury properties or commercial properties. Exclusive agreements. No. Oh, guys, we need to work on exclusive agreements. Why are these not exclusive agreements? They should be exclusive agreements. Give me a moment, please. They should totally be exclusive agreements. Give me a moment.
Sorry, Ricardo.
Yes, Desi?
Because it's condominium projects, two of them, and that's why we don't get them exclusively, because they're condominium projects, and this one.
Oh, okay. Okay, I understand. Okay, you passed the test.
Wij kunnen er nergens invullen. We kunnen nooit exclusief kan invullen bij een listing.
No?
Nee?
Oh, Ricardo is saying that normally on this this, what do you call it?
If you're gonna enter a new listing, I've never seen where you can put exclusive listing.
Okay, we will see that in a moment.
Okay.
Okay, so this is a PDF, and you show this person. Okay, so look at this: 490,000, 390,000, 380,000, and you're telling me 600,000? Sorry, that's not gonna work.
No.
Look at the lot size. This one is 395 square meters. The other ones, the person that entered didn't put it here. You should put it here. Construction size: 140 square meters, 130, 180. Mr. Seller, your property is only 150 square meters. How are we going to compete with this? Number of bedrooms: 224, 2 bathrooms: 233, stories: 322. Is it furnished? Does it have air conditioning, maid quarters, swimming pool, garage, covered garage, garage or covered garage, capacity, view, HOA, if there is a monthly payment that needs to be made, the gated community, and so on and so forth. So this is called CMA, Comparative Market Analysis. It is an analysis to compare similar properties. It is a very, very powerful tool. However, this tool requires data, requires information. because you see here that we have 9 properties to choose from. Some of them might be duplicated. So imagine if we have 20, 30, 50 properties to choose from in order. We would be able to make much better CMAs.
Right.
And that would benefit each one of you, each one of us. Okay. I want to respond the question about where do you register properties as exclusive. Okay, I will go there. But before we go to that other screen, are there any questions about this?
No, no.
I have a
No?
question,
Yes, please.
Ricardo. How do you compare condos with a house? I think you can. Oh, it's just an example.
Yes. No. This was only an example. I didn't pay attention to the properties that I selected.
And do you advise only 3 properties at a time? That will be enough to compare with, instead of making it too many to compare with? 3 would be enough.
I would say the more, the merrier.
Okay.
But you have to be careful. And that's why over here you select yes or no, because some properties you don't want to compare with those because they are too high. The price is too high. And you say, man, I don't want him to see this because that price is wrong. So the more, the merrier. Imagine, put yourself in the seller's shoes. If you show him 2 properties, this person will say, yeah, okay. If you show him 20 properties, this person will say, you're absolutely right. It's like, it's impossible to argue with you. So the more, the merrier. And that's why we allow, it's not automatic. We allow you to decide which properties you want to include in your CMA. But again, guys, we need to feed information to this system because that's what's going to allow you to do good CMAs. Okay, now I'm going to change screens. I'm going to add a property and see if we can add a property as exclusive or non-exclusive. So I'm going to click on home.
Mm-hmm.
And now I'm going to go to add a listing. I'm going to close these other things because I don't like.
Can I ask a question when you're ready?
Of course. Yes, of course.
So you've mentioned all the right words to use in a conversation of that caliber, but can you elaborate a little bit about the words we shouldn't use? Because I do believe that words matter. So if you're having a conversation like that with a seller, what is something that you should absolutely not say or mention?
Okay, senior, right? Senior.
That's correct, yeah.
I like where you're going. Words are important. Words are very powerful. I am also very careful with the words that I use. And words have, for those that believe in the law of attraction and energy and things like that, oh man, words are so important. We need to avoid negative words, even words
Absolutely.
that have a negative connotation. For example, contract. People don't like contracts. Agreement is much easier to swallow. Agreement. Don't say we need to sign a contract. No, nobody wants to sign and nobody likes contracts. You need to authorize this agreement. It's totally different. Okay. It's totally different. Oh yeah, who doesn't like to authorize? I mean, that makes you feel important. I'm gonna authorize. Okay, that makes you feel important. Agreement? Oh, we're agreeing to something. Okay, yeah, we're a team. So yeah, maybe I will think of more words, but that's the first one that comes to mind. Okay, so add a listing. So I'm gonna go to add a listing. When you click on add a listing, it tells you here. Give me a moment. Let me find it, please. Right here. Is this an exclusive listing? Yes or no?
Yes or no?
Yes is selected by default because most of our properties should be with an exclusive listing agreement. Okay, does that respond your question?
Yes.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, so now I'm going to go back to my homepage. So this is one tool that I wanted to show you, CMAs. Now I'm going to show you my website, but I'm going to go back to Ricardo. I'm not Desi anymore, I'm Ricardo. So I go back to my website. Okay, this is where each one of you can create your own website. And look at this, it says, welcome to your site. We give 2 months for free, the first 2 months, and then it's only $5 per month after that. Every person should have their own website. There is no reason why you shouldn't have your own website. $5, that's what you pay for a cup of coffee in many places. Click these buttons to customize it. Guys, this tells me how serious you are about your profession, about your career with Remax. If you're serious, the minimum you're going to invest is $5 per month. Honestly, we could have made this free, but you know what? We want you to have a little bit of skin in the game. If it's totally free, a lot of people don't appreciate it. If you're paying $5 a month, well, you're going to be paying attention. Right. So there are several buttons here. The buttons are carousel photos, featured properties, testimonials and how to get them, blog and about me. I'm gonna show you each of these 5 buttons. Carousel is the carousel of photos. They are rotating at the top of the screen, and it is really easy to use. My carousel has 3 photos, 3 properties. I can move them up or down, so I can change the order in which they appear. I can choose files and I can save. That's all you need for your carousel. I'm going to go back to editing my site. Look at this. Here's the button, back to editing my site. Second button is featured properties. This allows you to choose the featured properties among all of the properties in your office. That's your universe. All of the listings in your office, the featured properties. Look, tells me here, at this time I have 4 properties as featured. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. I can remove them from being featured. There is more information to the right, of course. And I can add more properties as featured. So I'm going to remove this one. Are you sure? Yes. And I am going to add this one, mark as featured. Are you sure? Yes. Now I'm going back to editing my site. And then I'm going to show you what the site looks like. So we chose carousel photos. We chose featured properties. Now let's go to testimonials. Guys, testimonials are also an important part of the marketing strategy of Remax agents in the United States, Canada, and other developed countries. That's why they sell so much, because they use these tools, testimonials, and how to get them. I'm going to click on this big button here. Okay, so I have 2 clients. I have Will and I have Ellen. And both of them have given me testimonials in Spanish and English. Now, before I see their testimonials, please bring your attention to what it says here. I'm going to make it bigger, in fact. Video, how to get great testimonials. It's only 4 minutes. We also have it in español, video, cómo conseguir buenísimos testimonios, 4 minutes. So if you don't know how to get testimonials, maybe you have never asked anyone for a testimonial, learn from these videos. I'm going to click on the videos just to show you that it works. There you go. There you go. Okay, so this is, if you don't know how to get testimonials? Well, watch these 4-minute videos, and this is how you get them. Okay, let's see what Will says about Ricardo, about my service, about Remax. He says, Will, you know, you can insert their picture. He says, I loved working with Ricardo. Oh, nice. Thank you, Will. Now we can edit the testimonial or we can delete it. So just remember that I have these 2 testimonials. You're going to see them in a moment. Now back to editing my site. Again, guys, each one of you should have your own website. Now blog. We have provided each one of you with their own blog. Now, these blogs, the interesting part is we understand that a lot of people don't like to write. You don't want to be writing blog articles or blog posts. So we have pre-populated your blog with 8 good articles that are going to make you look like $1 million. For example, see, we have 8. They are in English and also in Spanish. So for example, at this moment, please just remember that you have 8 articles already written for you professionally, and people are going to think that you wrote them, or at least that you're providing them with valuable information. So I'm going back to editing my site. About me and social media. In About Me, I type in all my social media links and something about me. I wrote it in both English and Spanish. And you see here what I wrote is, thank you for visiting my site. I joined Remax 26 years ago. It's been an awesome ride, blah, 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 blah. I go back to editing my site. Okay. Rules for your own domain name. Because you should have your own domain name. You don't have to, but you should. So here are the rules. We encourage you to purchase a domain name for your own use. So Jack Simons. You can have jacksimonsrealestate.com or jacksimons-aruba.com. Don't use the word Remax, please. That's not allowed. Remax headquarters from Denver, they don't allow us to use the word Remax in personal websites. You can buy your domain name from a provider like GoDaddy, Google, Yahoo, or anyone. Your domain name cannot include the word Remax due to a rule by headquarters. Ideally, your domain name should include your name, like johndoe.com or John Doe Real Estate, or what I said about Jacks. Okay, guys, now let's take a look at my site that I just created with the featured properties, the carousel, the blog, the testimonials, and about me. So I'm going to click on preview my site. This is the site that I just created. Now this one comes in Spanish. I'm going to turn to English here. You see Espanol and English. I'm going to click on English. Let's find your dream home. You want to buy or rent, property types that we offer, location or address, price that you're looking for. So it tells you from, to, features, and search. Welcome to my site. Do you remember in About Me, what I wrote in About Me? Thank you for visiting my site. Oh, you can also have this here. Give me a second, please. Okay, and then so there is like a welcome that we give. Oh, this is also this is generic text that we have written for you. So this is going to be your picture: Jack, Sil, Adrian, Desi, Nick, Yolima. It's going to be your picture here, of course, but then we pre-populated the text. It says, thank you for visiting my site. Whether you want to buy, sell, or rent a property, you can rest knowing that you're working with the best real estate network around. Remax means real estate maximums, maximum service, inventory, presence, and satisfied clients. Please browse through my site and don't hesitate to reach out with any questions. Nobody in the world sells more real estate than Remax. Yolima, Remax Advantage Realty, Aruba. We have done a lot of the work for you. This is pre-populated. It will be your picture and the default text that we have written. Feature properties. Do you remember that I selected some feature properties? Well, here they are. These are the feature properties that I selected. Why work with Remax? Okay, so there are 3 reasons why. What clients are saying. Do you remember Will and Ellen? Well, here's their testimonial. Will says, I love working with Ricardo. I bought 2 houses with Ricardo, one in the Caribbean and one in Central America. I don't know which one is the most awesome. Thank you, Remax. And Ellen says, thank you, Ricardo, for finding my dream home. You're invited to my housewarming party. Don't miss it. This is how you use testimonials. Guys, this is very professional. It is high-end real estate marketing. This is why you charge full commission. This is why you require people that they sign an exclusive listing agreement for at least 6 months. This is why people will be happy to pay you your commissions. Then, do you remember we had blog posts written for you? Okay, here they are. These are my blog posts. Makes me look great. Makes me look like, wow, look at Ricardo, look at Sil. They're providing such good information. What makes us different? Prepare your house for sale. We're telling people what to do to their houses to prepare them for sale. What's an exclusive agreement? And also you can see more articles. Let's take a look. Let's see more articles. Look, 8 different articles, pre-written, pre-populated for you. For example, we can lower the price later. Well, let's take a look at this article. Eh? Oh, read more right here. Okay. When somebody says we can lower the price later, this is what you tell them. This is what you show them. You say, okay, so this is the price of your property. This is the days on the market, or weeks or months on the market. This is the initial listing price. It's too high. This is the correct market price. Okay, so if we start at an initial listing price that is too high, time is going to pass, it's not going to, the property is not going to sell, then you're going to decide to lower the price, but it's still too high, so it's not going to sell. Now you lower the price to the correct market price, but it still doesn't sell. Why is that? Because the property has been burnt out. Because we lost a good opportunity in the market. So more time goes by and you end up with a sale price lower than the market price. What was the mistake? The error was that we started with a price that was too high. You insisted on 600,000 when the CMA that I showed you, that I sent you, clearly shows that the price of your property is not 600,000, it is 500,000. It is my professional responsibility, and my code of ethics tells me that I need to tell you the truth, not what you want to hear. And then here is an explanation. It is common to want to blah, 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 basically what I just described. So guys, 2 months for free, and then $5 per month for an amazing website. So those are the 2 tools that I wanted to show you. I'm going back to my home page of my own personal website. Let's find your dream home. There is my picture. There is the welcome. Okay. What do you guys think? Are you going to buy your domain name and activate your website?
I think so. It's a great idea, but I do have a question though. If in the domain you're not allowed to mention Remax, when people go and search for you, how do they find you?
Okay, you can use, yes, good question. Well, the domain name is only one of many ways in which search engines will find you. There is keywords, there is the content of the actual website. There are many, many, many more. There is videos, there are many things. It's not only that.
Yeah. Okay, question, Ricardo. Currently, I'm using the Max Center. Is this overtaking this Max Center that we normally use?
Oh, no, 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 no. This is additional. This is Max Center is from the global headquarters in Denver. That's the mothership. This is from Caribbean, Central America.
Oh, this is the Caribbean version. Okay.
And Ricardo, I have another question. Like now, when you search Remax, you search Remax, it comes to the top. Which rank would one of these individual agents would be when they search, for example, their names? For example, Adrian Remax. Where does he come into the rank? I'm not sure if you understand my question.
No, I don't fully understand it. Can you reword it or repeat it?
You Google, for example, Remax, Remax Aruba. It's almost the top on the Google search. And then at a certain point, you find all the rest like pertaining to Remax less and less and less. But then an agent opening an account like this, where do they fall in that rank? How fast would
okay. Yeah, you know what? I'm sorry, I'm gonna disappoint you. I don't know. Yeah, that's a very specific field, SEO, search engine optimization, and I'm not an expert in that, and it changes all the time. So I don't know. Yeah.
I have a question again, Ricardo. Down here in Aruba, we open our own companies as we are working alongside Remax. Now, my company is called AIP Quick Finder Homes. Would I be able to use that as a name? Yeah.
Yes. Yes. What you cannot say is AIP Remax.
Right. Okay.
Right.
I think it's what I don't say.
But I think your name impress more.
You think?
Yes.
Yeah, use your name because then
Use your name.
person you're going to be.
It's personal.
Yeah.
Yes, it is personal. Okay.
I think that's probably the answer.
Okay. Okay, guys. Now, I want to wrap up with a thought about focus, because I would say that most people nowadays suffer from lack of focus. They are scattered. By people, I mean us. I'm not talking buyers and sellers. They are also scattered, but hey, you know, it's like, oh, it is what it is. We cannot change them, but we can change ourselves. Okay, so I'm going to insist on the power of focus. Focus, in my opinion, we have lost the ability to focus. Most people nowadays. Why is that? Because we're being pulled in many directions, and social media is driving us crazy. There is Facebook, there is TikTok, there is Instagram, there is LinkedIn, there is, oh my gosh, there are so many things. We're being pulled in any direction, and everybody's trying to sell us something, and everybody wants our attention. Okay, so this is something that I learned from a guy I follow Grant Cardone, 10X Rule. What he says is that lumberjacks is that how do you translate lumberjack? Who knows? Who speaks Spanish? Leñador? How do you say leñador in English? Is it lumberjack?
I don't know.
What's a lumberjack? What's a lumberjack?
Madera.
El que corta los árboles, ¿verdad?
Eso, sí, okay, perfect, okay. The lumberjack, el leñador. Okay, the lumberjack, he can bring down the biggest freaking tree, but he needs to focus and always hit in the same place.
Yep.
Because if the lumberjack is hitting here, and then it's hitting here, and then it's hitting here, the tree is never gonna come down. He needs to hit always in the same place. That's focus. And that's also what happens in our real estate career, in our Remax business. We need to focus. Focus on lowering prices. Focus on calling your clients often. Focus on having a good conversation with them. Focus on creating a good website. Focus on uploading all of your listings to Reconnect. Now, I am a firm believer in focus, to the point in which I have a very peculiar decoration in my office to remind me of the lumberjack. Look what I bought. See, this reminds me of the lumberjack. Every time that I say, I'm working, right? I'm making phone calls, I'm calling brokers, I'm talking to agents, I'm talking now. If I start thinking about TikTok, like, no, Ricardo, stop, focus. Oh, but I'm tired of making phone calls. I want to check Facebook. No, Ricardo, focus. Remember the lumberjack. So guys, the reason I share this with you is because many times we're looking for the newest tool and we want the magic pill. Things like that don't exist. What exists is the power of focus. So I wanted to leave you with that message, the power of focus. Focus. You're in a beautiful place, in a good office. Desi and Nick, they're amazing people. I know them. Focus. If there are people part-time agents here, well,
full-time now.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, okay, but if anyone here is part-time, that's not focus.
I don't have any focus. I have a big problem with focus. If I don't focus to put this, so it will fly. I always say
Sorry.
straight.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you. Can you repeat?
I have a big problem with focus.
Yeah.
Since I was a child, I need to focus. I have to put this one and this on the table. Otherwise, I put this on and it fell down.
So you got to focus.
Yeah. Well, you're not the only one. But you know what? Focus is like a muscle. It is something that you exercise.
I want to buy your hacha.
Yeah, la hacha, the axe. Yeah, of course. Okay. Well, Desi, that's all I have for today. I thank you again for this meeting.
Thank you very much. Applause.
Have a great rest of the year, guys, and hope to talk to you again this year, and hopefully see many of you in Las Vegas next year.
Thank you, Ricardo.
Well, bye-bye. Adios.
Las Vegas, Vegas, Daisy.
Let's go to Las
Remind
Vegas.
us not to break into your office.